Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, I'm KingNido and today we're coming here from Vilestone City where the Breakers are hosting the Hammerlock Dragons, and there is a great deal of history between these two Elite Four sides as the Breakers and the Dragons were in the first ever draw in the PokeType League VGC, but the last time they actually met, the Breakers completely broke the Dragonids, even though it was the Dragonids who ended up higher on the leaderboard. So with that said, let us know in the comments below who you think is going to win this matchup. Will it be the fighting types? Will it be the dragon types? Let's go!
3, 2, 1, go!
But that is right, both these sides made the Elite Four last season as we get the tail glow from Gabite, who is joined by Dragonair. It will be Conkeldurr and Hitmonchan starting out for the Vilestone Breakers as we get the Mighty Cleave from Dragonair, getting in some good damage for a not very effective move onto Hitmonchan, but Hitmonchan does respond with the Endeavour very intelligently. They're going for Gabite as well, as it's followed up by a very impressive peck from Conkeldurr, onto Gabite, who goes for the Swallow, but it has not gone for a stockpile, so that is going to fail, leaving Dragonair to have to go at it alone this turn with the Ancient Power. Very minimal damage being done to Hitmonchan, allowing the fighting type to respond with the Muddy Water connecting with both dragon types. It's not very effective though on Dragonair, but the Fairy Wind is super effective onto Gabite from Conkeldurr to get the first elimination in this contest. It is going to be Tatsugiri coming out for the Hammerlock Dragons, and immediately it is going to go for the high horsepower. Some good chip damage there onto Conkeldurr, but it is the raw follow-up that is going to send it back to the bench by Dragonair there. Being dragged out for the Breakers, it is going to be Toxicroak, and it has that Poison Touch ability as well, as it's the Iron Fist Hitmonchan with the Supersonic being avoided there by Tatsugiri, allowing the Dragon Water type to go for the Volt Tackle for some great damage there onto Hitmonchan. A little bit of recoil damage for Tatsugiri in the process as we get the Fire Blast from Toxicroak that is avoided once again by Tatsugiri, allowing Dragonair to go with the flip turn, and it puts Hitmonchan into knockout range as Dragonair is going to go back to the bench, and in its place it is Dracloak coming out for the Dragonids. It is met with a Struggle Bug alongside Tatsugiri from Hitmonchan. Very little damage being done, but it does lower that special attack of Tatsugiri as Dracloak goes with the rollout, and it's not very effective, and it's not enough to get the elimination of Hitmonchan. Tatsugiri follows it up though with the Flare Blitz, going for Toxicroak, getting some good damage, but once again it does get that recoil damage from its offenses. Toxicroak does respond with the Aurora Beam, that water typing preventing it from being super effective, but Hitmonchan does follow it up with the always critical play, the Flower Trick on to Dracloak there. Gets in some good damage thanks to it being that critical play, but it is the rollout being continued from Dracloak to get the elimination of Hitmonchan. Not very effective, but effective enough to level the playing field as it's the explosion. And Tatsugiri takes itself out. Fortunately, it does not affect its teammate, but it's not enough to take out Toxicroak, only putting it into knockout range, as it is also going to cause Toxicroak to chow down on its Lancer Berry. It is getting pumped, as it is an easy target. It goes for the Scary Face, but Dracloak has that Clear Body ability, so its stats will not be lowered, as it is Dragonair returning for the Dragonids. It's Conkeldurr returning for the Breakers, and that rollout continues from Dracloak, chipping away at Conkeldurr there, getting stronger with every connection. It is on the receiving end of a Grassy Glide from Toxicroak. Not very effective, but that critical play is crucial as Dragonair goes with the Leafage. Not enough to get the elimination with that not very effective move onto Toxicroak, allowing the Focus Blast from Conkeldurr, but it goes straight through Dracloak, allowing the rollout to continue, but the rollout is avoided. It is going to end, and this allows Toxicroak to go with the Power Gem onto Dragonair, getting some good damage there as Dragonair is going to respond with the super effective Psybeam. Great damage onto Conkeldurr, who does respond with the Powder Snow. Super effective, but not enough to get an elimination. It does put Dracloak into knockout range, who does proceed to chow down on that Enigma Berry to restore its health thanks to that super effective move, and it does respond with the Conversion too. It's going to change that typing. It loses the Ghost Dragon typing, becoming a Fire type, and it's on the receiving end of a Boom Burst from Toxicroak, who gets the critical play and eliminates its own teammate in the process, but it does take down two of the Dragonids as well. And we see Toxicroak alone on the field. As coming out for the Dragonids, it is going to be Flapple, and it's joined by Appleton. We have the Flappletons out for the Dragonids, as it is Persimmon on the breakers. The Assurance from Toxicroak gets another critical play, and that Poison Touch ability has finally come into action, leaving that poisoning on Flapple. As Persimmon follows it up with the Ingrain, it is going to plant those roots as it appears to ensure that it will have that health restored, but it is Flapple now going for the multi-hit move. Fury swipes, and it needs to get all 5 to get as much damage as possible onto Persimmon, as the Dragonids are at a 2-4 disadvantage. There are 2 unknown Pokemon remaining on the side of the breakers at the moment. As Appleton goes with the Brick Break, they are fully focused in on Persimmon at the moment, who is going to have that health restored thanks to those planted roots. But this also will allow Toxicroak to capitalize as that poisoning starts to afflict Flapple. Toxicroak goes with the Slack Off. It is going to restore its health. It has been an easy target for so long, and it's just restored its health. A great play. That is terrible for the Dragonids, as the Energy Ball, throwing that ball at Appleton is Persimmon. Not very effective though, allowing Flapple to go for the Aura Sphere. Great damage, but unfortunately it's not enough to take out Toxicroak with that not very effective move. But we get the Self-Destruct! And that is enough to take out Toxicroak, but Appleton has not only taken its stuff out, it has taken out Flapple, and it has handed the victory to the Dragonids, as Persimmon stands tall all on its own. And again, we don't even know who the remaining 2 Pokemon for the Breakers were, but this is a fantastic start for the Breakers, who are my pick this season. And next round, they are going up against the Eterna Devons, who they took out of Victory Road last season. But this is not the start the Dragonids needed, as next round they are going up against another Elite Four side, the Verbank Plasma. But until then, Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field. And if you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, share, subscribe. But more importantly, always remember, you are awesome, and I'll see you when you see me.